Hello, and welcome to Sandlando Soundwaves. I'm Jerry Evans, and this is Week 5, Day 23. Today we turn to page 38. Listen to these words from the 3rd chapter of Genesis, verses 8 to 13. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and they hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "Well, the woman you put here with me, she gave me the fruit of the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord said to the woman, "What is it that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." What does this passage say? What did this passage mean to its original audience? What does this passage tell us about God? More, what does this passage tell us about humanity? And what does this passage demand of me? How does this passage change the way I relate to other people? And finally, what does this passage prompt me to pray to God? Now let's read a brief devotional regarding these verses. The story in these verses is almost comical. The creator of the universe was walking in the garden he made by simply speaking it into existence. Adam and Eve, who God fashioned using his very hands, were there in the garden after eating from the tree God told them to avoid. Their responses are a picture of how we all respond when we sin. First, they tried to hide from God. Can you imagine Adam trying to duck down behind a bush in hopes that God wouldn't see him or find him? Then they started pointing fingers in blame. The man blamed the woman and pointed out that it was God who gave him this foolish woman in the first place. The woman, likewise, pointed to the serpent and blamed his deceit for her choice. They were busted in their sin, and they knew it. But they were unwilling to take the blame for their sin and ask forgiveness. Each of us is also prone to run from God when we sin, even though he sees and knows everything we have ever done or will ever do. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll tune in for tomorrow for Day 4.